The Marble Collegiate Church Gospel Choir made their first performance tour of South Africa in April 2007, doing concerts in Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Soweto.
I think the role of the church in the process of change in South Africa is it's one of the open questions that I have, and that I want to talk to people when we're there about that very question. Obviously, the church played a role in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and yet I've been to several churches in South Africa in my time there, and I have yet to go to a truly integrated church. They're currently trying to figure out how to unite with the historically white Reformed churches in South Africa, and it's not going well. So the church is not necessarily leading this process, but I've got to believe that it could.
We were in dialogue with the ministers of the partner churches and some of the leadership there about what exactly were we both looking for in this partnership, and specifically on this trip. And the partner churches came back and said, what we're looking for is to establish a relationship with you all. It's not necessarily to build houses. We're not going to assist in some kind of special project other than to create relationships.
Once in South Africa, the gospel choir traveled to many places in an attempt to build such relationships and foster a better understanding. One such place is the Topologo AIDS Hospice, where Bishop Kevin Dowling and his managers provide community outreach and a place of dignity for patients nearing death.
That's where we began to realize that we would need to go to the people, provide a community-based home care nursing system where people who were so ill would be cared for and visited regularly by trained home care nurses. So that started Topologo. Home care nursing, visiting, caring for people, helping them die, and so on.
Marble's gospel choir connected with the younger generation in South Africa with their visits to 2 high schools.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound, oh, that saved the wretch like me.
At Stellenbosch University, 2 choirs came together for a spirited musical exchange. To better understand the racial division that exists in South Africa, the choir visited the Apartheid Museum.
The museum at least gave us a wink of a possibility about what is possible regardless of the kind of discrimination or conflict that's going on. And it suggested very hopeful models that I believe we could bring to America too, and maybe begin healing in a deeper way some of our own racial divide.
One of the main focuses of the Gospel Choir's tour to South Africa was to be in community and partnership with Marble's 3 sister churches in Soweto, Senawani, Deep Kloof Sud, and Botshabelo, all uniting Reformed churches of South Africa.
I bring you greetings from the Marble Collegiate Church in New York City, from our senior minister, Reverend Dr. Arthur Caliandro, and especially greetings from our children to your children.
The sister churches greeted Marble's gospel choir with genuine warmth and hospitality, and together they shared a message of love, fellowship, and of course, music.
I think this trip was really the culmination of a dream that Dr. Mulder developed when he was head of the Reformed Church in America 3 decades ago, when he went to South Africa and engaged in the fight against apartheid. For me, it began 9 years ago when I visited South Africa and visited Cape Town and visited the island in which Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 17 years. And at that point, I developed my own sense of what the possibilities were for a partnership with Marble Collegiate Church.
I believe the Spirit was in this journey. And when I met with the choir, I said to them, you know, this can be just another trip, but it also can be a life-changing trip. And I believe that the choir, in their own prayerful way, never could have imagined the kind of things they would see and hear and experience. So when we open up ourselves to the Spirit, it's like the wind. It blows where it will. And I'm so grateful. I'm experiencing vicariously what the choir members tell me, because I remember the first time I went there, the love, the hope coming forth from people who had experienced so much pain. And I believe that having gone to South Africa, it opens our eyes to our own country and what is here, and it gives us a global perspective rather than sometimes the small worlds in which we live.
The same person who went to South Africa is not the person who came back from South Africa. I found more than anything, the people were at once giving and forgiving. They welcomed me with such warmth and open arms until it was just totally overwhelming. I watched as everyone just embraced us as a choir, and it simply became people embracing people.